The African savanna is quiet in the early morning light. And somewhere beneath the shade of a thick acacia tree, a mother who has lost 2 of her cubs is resting. Just a few days ago, her world felt complete. She had given birth to 3 cubs, 3 small lives pressing against her stomach. 3 tiny heartbeats beside her in the darkness. But one afternoon, she returned to the den after a hunt, and 2 of them were gone. No signs, no answers, only silence where there was once warmth. Maybe they wandered too far from the den. Maybe a rival male followed their scent through the grass. Maybe a pack of wild dogs found them first. The savanna never explains itself. It simply takes and moves on. Now, only 1 cub remains, old enough to walk a few steps. Old enough to call for her when she is gone, but still too small for this world. Still too fragile for everything waiting outside that den. She pulls him closer with one slow movement and lowers her head beside him. This lioness may spend the next 2 years only for him. She has already lost too much, and she cannot, she will not, lose him too. The den is small, hidden beneath thick brush, far from the open plains, far from the waterhole where the pride gathers each evening, far from everything, except the danger that never truly leaves. The cub moves slowly beside her, his legs still unsteady beneath him. His eyes adjusting to a world he has only just begun to see. He does not understand yet what this place is, what it costs her to keep him here, what she gave up just to reach this morning. She watches him carefully, every small movement he makes. She notices. When he wanders even slightly too far from her body, she pulls him back, gently but firmly, because out here, a few steps in the wrong direction can mean everything. The morning air is still cool across the savanna. Somewhere in the distance, a hyena calls, low, unhurried. The lioness lifts her head immediately. Her ears turn toward the sound. Her eyes move slowly across the grass beyond the den. Nothing moves, but she does not lower her head again for a long time. This is the reality of raising a cub alone. There is no other female to watch him while she listens. No second pair of eyes scanning the grass. She lowers her head beside the cub again. He has already fallen asleep against her stomach, completely unaware, completely trusting. She closes her eyes for a moment, only a moment, then opens them again. Because sleep is something this mother can no longer fully afford. Not yet. Not while he is still this small. Not while the world outside this den is still this dangerous. Days pass slowly beneath the brush. The cub is growing, not quickly, but enough. His legs carry him a little further each morning. His eyes stay open a little longer each afternoon. He explores the small world around the den, sniffing at dry leaves, pawing at small insects moving through the dirt. stumbling forward, then stopping, then trying again. She watches him from a few feet away, always watching. He does not know yet that this small patch of ground beneath the brush is not the whole world. He does not know what waits beyond the tall grass. Right now, this den is everything to him. And she intends to keep it that way for as long as she can. But hunger does not wait for the right moment. Her body needs food, and without food she cannot produce milk, and without milk he cannot grow. She rises slowly one morning. The cub looks up at her immediately, his small eyes following her every movement. She licks him once across the top of his head, then turns toward the grass beyond the den. He takes a few steps after her. She stops, looks back at him. A low, soft sound comes from deep in her chest. He pauses, then slowly settles back down near the brush. She watches him for one long moment, then steps into the grass and disappears. The den falls silent around him. He waits, ears moving at every small sound. The wind moves through the grass above him. A bird calls somewhere nearby. He presses himself lower against the ground, staying still, staying quiet. Far from the den, the lioness moves low through the grass, her body close to the ground, her eyes fixed ahead. A small herd of zebra grazes near a dry riverbed. She circles slowly downwind, each step placed carefully. No sound, no rush, closer, closer. Then the wind shifts. The nearest zebra raises its head. The herd scatters instantly across the open ground. She watches them go, then stops where she is, breathing, waiting. A failed hunt before cubs meant hunger for one. Now it means something more. It means he waits longer in that den alone. It means another hour of silence around him. She turns and moves through the grass again, searching. There is no choice here. She hunts until she finds something, or until the darkness makes it impossible. And then she returns to him, because that is the only direction that matters now. Back to the den, back to him, back to the one reason she is still pushing through this grass at all. Weeks pass, and the cub is no longer the same animal he was. His legs are steady beneath him now. His eyes are sharp. His ears catch sounds the open savanna throws at him from every direction. He runs now. Not far, not fast, but he runs, chasing insects through the dry grass, pouncing on small shadows moving across the ground, landing badly, getting up, trying again. She watches him from the shade nearby. There is something different in the way she looks at him now. Not just protection, something quieter than that. He crashes into the base of a dry bush, stumbles sideways, then shakes his small head and looks around as if checking whether anyone noticed. She is already looking away, but her ears stayed on him the whole time. This is the age where cubs begin to understand the world through play. Every pounce is a hunt being practiced. Every stumble is a lesson the body is learning. Every moment of rough play is preparing him for something real. Something that will come sooner than either of them knows. But right now, he does not know any of that. Right now, he is just running, and she is just watching. In the evenings, she begins bringing him to the edges of the open plain. Not far, never too far, but far enough that he can smell what is out there. Far enough that his eyes can follow the movements of distant animals across the grass. He sits beside her, very still, watching everything she watches, his small head turning exactly when hers turns, his ears moving exactly when hers move. He is learning without knowing he is learning, copying without understanding what he is copying. She presses her head slowly against the side of his face. He pushes back against her, hard enough that he nearly loses his balance. She does not move, solid, steady. Some nights she calls to him with a low, soft sound from deep in her chest. And he answers immediately. The same sound, smaller, but the same. These sounds pass between them like something private. In this life they are building together with nothing but time and survival and each other. She has no pride to return to yet. No other females moving beside her in the evening light. No cubs for him to grow up alongside. Just the two of them. Moving through this land together, mother and son. Completely alone, and somehow completely enough. He is bigger now, not fully grown, but big enough that the den no longer fits him the way it once did. His voice has changed too. The small soft sounds he made as a tiny cub have become something deeper, something that carries farther across the grass at night. She notices these things, every one of them. A mother always does. During the day they move together across the territory. She walks ahead. He follows close behind. Sometimes too close. They reach the edge of the open plain by mid-morning. A herd of wildebeest grazes slowly across the dry grass ahead. She lowers her body immediately. He does the same. Watching her, copying her, she begins moving forward, low to the ground, each step slow and deliberate. He stays behind her, closer than he should be, his breathing a little too loud, his movements a little too quick. The nearest wildebeest raises its head. She freezes. He freezes a half-second later. The wildebeest lowers its head again. She exhales slowly, then begins moving again. This is how she teaches him. The hunt does not end successfully today. The herd shifts direction at the last moment. And the opportunity closes before it fully opens. But that is not the point of today. The point of today is that he stayed low when she stayed low. He stopped when she stopped. He waited when she waited. And that is everything. They rest beneath a wide acacia tree as the afternoon heat settles across the savannah. He sprawls across the ground beside her. one heavy paw thrown lazily across her back legs. She lets him. Her eyes move slowly across the plain ahead, always watching, even now, even in the stillness of a quiet afternoon. Because this land does not announce its dangers, it simply delivers them, and she has learned that lesson more than once. As evening comes, the distant sounds of the pride carry across the open ground. She lifts her head toward the sound. He lifts his too. The calls of other lionesses moving through the territory at dusk. She listens for a long time, then lowers her head again. She is not ready to return yet. The pride is not far, but distance is not always measured in steps. Sometimes it is measured in safety. And out here, safety is the only currency that matters. She licks him once slowly across the top of his head. He tucks himself closer against her side. The savannah darkens around them. The stars appear one by one above the open plain. And somewhere out there the pride calls again, softer now, farther away. She hears it, but she does not move toward it. Not tonight. Tonight she stays exactly where she is, beside him. Until the day she no longer needs to be. Something is changing. She feels it before she sees it. The way a mother always feels these things. He is larger now, his paws wide and heavy against the dry ground. His shoulders beginning to carry the first hint of the male he is becoming. A rough dark shadow of mane starting to appear around his face. Faint, barely visible. He still follows her across the territory each morning. Still sleeps beside her each night. But something in him is shifting, like the savannah before a storm. He wanders farther now. Not much, but enough that she notices. Some mornings she rises before dawn and finds him sitting alone at the edge of the tree line. She approaches him slowly, sits beside him. They stay like that together for a long time, neither of them moving, the savannah waking up around them, birds calling across the grass. He does not look at her. His eyes stay fixed on something far away across the plain. She watches him for a long moment, then looks out across the plain too, as if trying to see what he sees. She cannot. During hunts, he moves differently now. He no longer stays tucked behind her. He circles wider, takes different angles, and she lets him. Because she understands something now that is difficult to accept. Her job is changing. It has been changing slowly for months, without either of them fully noticing. She is no longer just protecting him. She is letting him go. One morning she wakes before dawn. The air is cool across the savannah. She lifts her head slowly and looks beside her. He is not there. She waits. Watching the tree line, where he sometimes sits alone in the early hours. Nothing. She rises slowly, moves to the edge of the open ground, calls out once, low, soft. She waits. The savannah answers with wind, with the distant call of birds waking across the grass. She calls again. And again the grass gives her nothing back. She walks slowly along the edge of the tree line, her nose close to the ground. Following the scent of him through the dry grass, the trail moves north, across the open plain, toward territory she has never taken him. She follows the scent for a long time, until it fades into the open savanna, and she is standing alone, in the middle of the open plain. She turns slowly and walks back across the plain, alone. He is gone again, and she knows this time he will not be coming back. But she also knows something else now. He is out there, strong, alive, everything she made him. She rises slowly as the sun comes up over the savanna and walks forward. Because that is what it means to be a mother in this place. You give them everything. You teach them to leave you. And then you watch them go and call it love.